Hey everybody, welcome to Subaru Live Stage. It is Midday Live with Lauren Sivan and Dr. Drew. We are having a very special day, Lauren.
I'm in heaven.
You are in heaven.
You know how much I love Christmas. I'm sitting next to Santa, which has been my lifelong dream because my parents raised me Jewish, and I've never forgiven them.
Every Long Island Jewish girl's dream, to sit next to Santa Claus. Oh, that's Lauren Sivan's dream. We thank everyone in the audience here with us today. We have a great group of listeners here, and we've been having a good time. Thank you to Doghouse for giving us the food. You guys have to wait till afterwards, and you really dig into that stuff.
Yeah.
And we have some very, very, very special guests today. We have surprise guests. Go ahead and introduce your first guest here, Lauren, the one that you're so excited about.
Santa, welcome.
Yes. Thank you.
I know you are so busy this time of year, so we really want to thank you for making the time to stop by. But in addition to checking off your naughty and nice list and visiting all the children this year, you guys are going above and beyond.
Yes.
You have, tell us about it. Tell us what you guys are up to.
In Culver City specifically, we have a great relationship with the Culver City Police Department and the Police Officers Association. Every year at this time, we take the Santa sleigh out into the various neighborhoods of Culver City, meeting all the young people and their parents and all this.
So hold on, Santa. You mean you come out of the sky and go down the streets in
we
Culver
do.
City?
Correct.
Wow.
Dr. Drew. Why aren't you following?
Culver City's so lucky. He gets a sleigh on the streets. That's crazy. Let's slow you down. Well, let me introduce the other guest that's speaking. That, of course, is Officer Lieutenant. Is that correct? Jason. Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. It's say it again. Say your name.
Officer Jason
Martin. Jason Martin. There it is. Go ahead, Jason. Appreciate it.
Dr. Drew, what we did was we enticed Santa Claus here with our ability from the chief to escort him in our police cars. So when he comes to Culver City for the Santa sleigh for Culver City, we escort him with our police vehicles, and which consists of our patrol cars and our motor vehicles. It makes lots of excitement for our
He's a
for our
VIP.
families. He's very
He
much
should
a
get
big
escorted.
VIP,
Yeah, of course.
big VIP. We've been doing it for over 34 years.
Wow.
We keep enticing them year after year, and it's a wonderful event that we have for our city.
And let me say something to you, Jason. Of course, I'm speaking to Officer Jason Martin. I've been broadcasting out of Culver City for about 20 years, and I've had nothing but the greatest relationship with the Culver City PD. They've done an amazing job, and some of the time,
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
I was running around here in the middle of the night. You know, we used to do Love Line 10 to midnight out when the broadcasting booth was over, where the theaters are now. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, and we would occasionally get some rogue people show up.
Oh.
And Culver City was always very kind, very responsive, and I think one of them actually raced Adam Carolla right down Venice Boulevard. But I don't think about that. I don't think about that.
It's for another time.
Dr. Drew, we used to stalk your show depending on who your guests were. At the end,
You were
at the
stalked
end of,
by the police,
At
Dr.
the
Drew.
end of the show, a bunch of young policemen would show up at the end to see who your.
Yes, I know. I wonder why you were always kind of around.
Yes, sir.
But you would more do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're now here at KBC Studios,
Yes,
and
sir.
KBC is where we used to do Love Line from. Where
didn't realize that.
KLOS is, where we did it for like 15
not
years.
realize.
And this studios, these were the ones you really stalked.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Embarrassing,
But we
so
appreciate
yes,
it.
sir.
It helped us, so it's good. Made us feel safe.
Awesome.
So
Well, it's a wonderful thing you're doing this year, and it helps kids. And I can't believe you've been doing it for 34 years.
34 years, we typically see about 2,000 children, and we give out about, it runs for about 11, 12 nights. We do start off the season with our tree lighting ceremony in downtown Culver City, which unfortunately was canceled this evening, but we'll
because of
have
the
it-
rain.
Because of the rain, yes, sir. So
We do
Wednesday-
nothing in the rain.
Yeah, we don't know.
No.
Safety first. Say the sleigh does not go out.
And by the way,
when it rains.
Santa's laughing at you guys. He goes
From
through.
the North
Come on
Pole,
now.
this guy.
Well, how about this? It's not the sleigh. It's the police cars we have to worry about.
Ah,
So
makes sense.
next Wednesday at 6 o'clock in downtown Culver City, we'll have our tree lighting ceremony. And then we also will start for 2 weeks, or after that, 2 weeks, we'll be starting our sleigh tour.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
But again, thank you again, guys. And let me just give also a brief thanks to a guy named Jerry Chabola, who been supporting Santa for a long time. He was a retiree from the school district in Culver City, correct?
Culver City, yes.
And obviously been
I
very.
know him well. I know him well.
You know Santa. You know, I know, and you know
he's
Jerry
always on
rather.
your nice list.
He's
is he
on my
not?
nice
Yeah.
list for sure.
And obviously Jerry's very committed to children and the community in Culver City. What you must have seen a great. Jerry must have seen a great transformation in the city of Culver City because it's a lot has happened in this town in the last 20 years, right?
Yeah.
It's become a destination point. I think it's awesome. We have tremendous support from our community members. We have obviously from the Police Officers Association, Police Department, Fire Department will be out tomorrow night or Friday night, and they will be lighting up the tree on the tower at Vets Park, which is a tradition here in Culver City. One of the maintenance workers here in Culver City does that annually, and it's tremendous. It's a great thing. People can see it from miles around. So there's a great community spirit that is enhanced by all these different organizations, the service clubs, Rotary, Exchange Club, Seas Candy. They've all been significant in supporting this program over the last few years.
Little known fact that the big Seas Candy factory is right here in Culver City.
Yes, they are.
They make a great gift.
Yes, they have. So it's been a great experience for all of us. I think that, as they say, that you get back more than you give, and see the eyes of these young people and their parents taking pictures, and we get pictures of everything. We have family pictures, we have kids pictures, we have dog pictures, we have pictures of everybody, and it's a great opportunity. Great.
No,
Most
I'm going to stop. I'm
requested gift this year?
going to stop you guys. I have to stop you guys because even though it's a very special event, we are going to. I've not been watching the clock. I've been so enraptured with this conversation.
We
have to make a little stop for some traffic with Rhonda Kramer.
We got lots of that for you guys. Southbound side of the fire.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late there, and I'll be sure to get her again in a few minutes, so let me keep an eye on the clock this time. But you were saying, Lauren, you're about to ask.
I'm just wondering, what is the most requested gift this year that Santa's been getting?
Wow, it's always electronics over the last few years, and it changes from all kinds of electronics, and some of which I have to research, to be honest with you.
That makes sense, right?
But I have
I hope
Santa
you have a few
has a lot of
engineer
gifts.
elves up there that are working on.
We have great elves. They are right on top of things. They keep us posted on exactly what the kids want.
Let me just say something very quickly to you guys, and how I appreciate the service, Santa, of course, and Officer. A lot of consternation this year. There's been a lot of division. There's a lot of upset, and what you guys are doing is what we all need to be doing to keep it all kind of glued back together again. So just, again, an opportunity to let's all get behind this kind of thing. Let's all get it together and start to do the kinds of service and local focus on what's good and not our eye on the cable news or anything else.
I think, to be honest with you, I think in Culver City we have a strong movement of kindness in our community. I think there's a real outreach. Culver City kindness is spread across our entire city.
And to sort of piggyback on something that recently deceased George H.W. Bush just had emphasized during his presidency, which is 1,000 points of light. So let there be 1,000 more Culver Cities and 1,000 more after that, and maybe then we'll heal this stuff, right, Officer?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
Yeah. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm so tired of division. But yet we like talking about stuff and fighting about it and that kind of thing. So we're guilty.
It makes for good radio.
It makes for good radio. So I don't want to go all the way away. I mean, let's be fair. So,
leave
Officer,
mentally
I'm going to have to say
sometimes.
farewell to you, sir. Do you want to finish up with anything? I've got another guest coming in. We've got a lot of action coming out here today.
Thank you very much, Dr. Truth. Thank you very much,
Be
Lauren,
safe,
for having us here.
officer.
Officer, please send the word back to the community there at Culver City
How much
PD.
we
We are
appreciate
so appreciative. You do such an amazing job, and there's been some struggles in and around this station over the years, and you've always been beyond professional. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so Santa, I have a new guest to introduce to you. Okay,
All right.
you're gonna be my constant here.
Thank
Ready?
you.
Because Lauren, by the way, will not let you go. That's just the way it goes. You're gonna have to stay here.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Oh.
When I was a little kid, I convinced my parents to let me go to the mall and climb up on Santa's lap. They weren't happy about it, but I mean, what are they going to say? And I climbed up on your lap,
Yes.
and I was so nervous. And you said, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I said, "I don't think I should ask for anything because I'm Jewish." And you know what you whispered to me? "So am I." I was the greatest gift I could have ever gotten.
Crazy secret. So was Jesus. So was
People
Jesus.
don't realize,
Crazy.
but yeah. People
But
don't know.
Rudolph, not so much. Anyway, let's welcome our next guest. It is Chef Jamie. She's a certified sommelier, 4-time cookbook author, food correspondent, lifestyle expert. Shares recipe and tips.
Chef
Hey,
Jamie Glenn, welcome.
Chef Jamie.
Happy
She's,
holidays.
of course, a fixture here at KBC. Thank you. Such a privilege to have you. Grab that.
There you go.
Glad to see you.
Glad to see you, too.
Thank you for having me.
Look what she brought us.
Because
What
I
is
go
goodness.
everywhere with salted caramel sauce, don't you?
Jamie, Santa, Jamie.
Oh, we
you
met
doing?
already. Thank
Oh,
you.
Of course.
I'm Jewish too. Just for the record, Lauren and I.
And you're still on the good list. It's okay.
Wonderful.
That's only because I told him earlier I was good, and he was like, "Really? That's not what I heard."
So I must dish something straight up to you two. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Are you guys watching that right now? Oh my God.
One of your
Yes,
favorite
love
shows.
Are you watching
Yep.
season 2? Oh my! I'm transported. I can't believe how taken I am with this. Nothing since the Clinton Affair series have I been so taken by.
They're not similar in any way.
Not in any way,
no.
but I'm equally transported by them. So, Jamie, how are things? What's coming up for the holidays?
Things are good. Life is good. It's the season of eating. How bad could it be?
Right.
Exactly.
Right? I
But-
mean, you should not be hungry anymore. If you are, you're doing something wrong.
But
Our
people are.
boss was microwaving a dietary meal the other day. I was like, this is not the month we start dieting.
No. This is the month we have candy for breakfast.
Correct.
Right?
I mean, I'm working
Absolutely.
on my North Pole body. I'm beyond my winter body.
Yes, I'm beyond the beach bod too. But I will say, I know it looks like I don't like you, having brought what I did, but I do really like
I
you.
noticed the fruitcake sitting here.
Thus the fruitcake, Drew. I really like you, Dr. Drew. It's
I know,
not-
and you're
it's-
calling me a fruitcake. I
No,
get
no,
it.
no. I brought you fruitcake.
Oh, okay.
And
Sorry.
nothing says you've been on Santa's naughty list.
Like a
Like a
fruitcake.
fruitcake.
But this does not look like the kind of fruitcakes I would get in those
No,
foil, those
The
round containers.
Panettone.
Yeah, the Panettone one.
Okay, now I happen
This looks
to
for
love
real.
Panettone.
This looks like a pumpkin fruitcake or something,
Yeah,
right?
this is like a darn good fruitcake.
Yeah.
So panettone is actually brilliant for French toast if you happen to have one
Oh.
laying around, or if someone gives you one at the holidays. The best Italian bread soaked in eggs and cream, and then pan sautéed in butter.
Oh, that's a
what
great
isn't
idea.
good in that technique or method?
God, I might just hear my arteries slamming shut just listening to you.
Yes, but you're the doctor. You have a solution for
Of
that,
course.
right?
And by the way, to be fair, let me set the record straight. Eggs are good. Eggs are good for you.
Eggs are
Turns
good.
out eggs are good.
Thank you. All right, so I made you a fruitcake only to debunk the fact that I did a little deeper research on fruitcake, and it really does get the most flack of anything at the holidays,
I'm
right?
sure.
And I think that we should sort of show it some love and give it some credit because it has a very long history and because Kate Middleton served it at her wedding.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm
All
all
right.
for that.
Fun fact.
right?
What is the origins? It must be Old English?
Okay, so it dates back to at least Roman times, actually. It is Old English, yes. It was barley mash, pomegranate seeds, raisins, and pine nuts.
And what
in the
doesn't say
beginning.
yum than barley mash?
Right? Exactly.
Nothing.
Now, in Victorian England, it was served at the Prince Albert Queen Victoria wedding. And then Diana, may she rest in peace, actually requested it to be served at her wedding. So it's
Requested
understood.
fruitcake.
Yeah, I know. Requested and fruitcake don't
Well,
usually
no,
go
wait a
together.
minute. They must have a deeper history or
They must
meaning
have
in
some-
England. Yeah, their
They must
connection
love
to it
it.
is emotional.
They also
Definitely so.
Yeah.
And historical. And then it's understood that Kate followed in Diana's footsteps in wanting to continue the
Tradition.
legacy. And
Was it a nutrition? I mean, I'm curious on the history. Was it an attempt to improve
I don't think
nutritional
there's
content
anything
of breads and things?
nutritional about it.
No, there is. If you're in Old England and all you have for your calories is bread and fruit.
Well, preservation was really the goal, interestingly enough, right? Because
That's what it
will
seems
last
like.
forever.
Right.
It's been
It's like spam.
Oh yeah, no. It's traveled to space. It is like spam. You know, there are only a few foods in the world. This is what I call my wealth of knowledge and unnecessary dinner party conversation. But did you know there's only a few things in the world that don't go bad? Like the Twinkie never goes bad.
Correct.
Honey never goes bad.
Really?
And a fruitcake has been known to age 25 years and still be eaten. Yuck.
You don't recommend that though.
No, I made mine yesterday for you. I would like that known. It's also traveled to space, the fruitcake. It was on Apollo 11. They didn't eat it, though. That says a lot. It came back. It's in a museum. Yeah, I know.
well, it wasn't
Still
in a
preserved.
space food
And there,
stick.
dried and other.
Right.
And then there is a fruitcake capital of the world. So,
Where's that?
oh, you've never been? No, I'm kidding. In Claxton, Georgia, there are two companies that compete that make millions of pounds of fruitcake a year. Wait, just so you know, I did bicep curls with this morning.
Oh yeah.
That's a
oh
whole
my
pound
goodness.
of fruitcake, baby.
Wow. Feel
See,
that.
Dr. Drew, I really
God.
do love you.
That is nice.
But
Brick.
then, gotta love a girl that brings fruitcake.
We do.
I want you to know that. Can I pull this
She's
off?
cutting the fruitcake.
Let's
The
see. Here we go.
fruitcake.
Wow.
With
There
a
is a better fruitcake. Thank you, Lauren, so much. Thank you. Okay.
I'm good at this, I promise.
It's like Twister. All right, so there is a better fruitcake, and it has all the good things that you love today, like Italian amarena cherries and toasted pecans and
Oh my God!
copious
Listen,
amounts
you could be
of brown
talking about
sugar.
what I found in my plumbing, and you'd make it sound good.
But I want you to taste it because anything bathed or enrobed
Oh, dude,
in
I'm on
sea salt
a
caramel-
carbohydrate-free diet.
Not today.
He's freaking out right now. I don't know if you can see, he's sweating.
I don't go anywhere without food. It makes me popular at a party.
I understand.
So, you both have to taste this. Santa, will you eat fruitcake?
I will take
Just a shake.
that.
Just a small piece.
Okay. Lauren, will you taste it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just
Please.
give you a
You
bite.
don't have to ask me twice.
Okay, I'm gonna set yours there.
I'll do that.
Well, that was beyond good.
It's good,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm
I
sharing
wouldn't
the
if you'd
recipe.
handed it to me and said, "Eat this." I would not have
Thank you,
identified. I would
Santa.
not have identified it as fruitcake.
No, you would have thought, like you said, you would have gone to like pumpkin bread or
Yeah.
date nut bread
Mm-hmm.
or one of those loaf breads that we all love at the holidays because it's good for breakfast and good for dessert, and you can, sub it in as a snack. So
delicious.
delicious, right?
I
Brown
don't-
sugar and
but if I
cream
saw
and-
it sitting on the plate, it's like the last thing I'd go for.
No,
Yeah, it's
no,
really
I
good.
wouldn't. Because she's deceiving us also with what it looks like. It looks like pumpkin bread. I would have gone for it.
It does, but I think that the fruitcake deserves a little love, no
All right,
doubt.
round of applause for the
Hey.
fruitcake.
And so a round of
Chef
applause
Jamie.
for fruitcake. I'm sharing the recipe, by the way. It's being posted on my site, of course, and then I followed you, and we'll make sure that it gets posted on
Thank
yours
you.
and at Chef Jamie Gwen on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and otherwise at chefjamie.com. So
Jamie, thank you for being
Thank
such a
you
part
so
of the
much.
family here at KBC, and
Oh,
we
very
don't
proud
get to
to
see
be.
enough of you, and
Thank you.
we hear your ads and stuff all the time, and they're always like add cultural flavor to the
well,
day.
thank
So
you. You and I
appreciate
have
it.
had a very long run here at KBC, and for that I am very grateful.
Me too.
Truly love radio.
Quick question for you.
Yes, madam.
What wine do you serve with fruitcake?
Gewürztraminer.
How do you know Gewürztraminer? Did he
she's
just
a-
pull
she's a
Gewürztraminer
sommelier.
out of
She's
his
a
That's
sommelier.
why
butt?
I'm asking her.
Yeah.
I think it's a great question because you could pair it with, I'm thinking port and do
Oh.
it, after dinner and
Really
have
go
that
for
nice
it.
warm sipper.
yeah. Now you're
you
talking
could definitely
Lawrence-
go
Lawrence.
ice wine. You've got that sweet honeyed, nice sipper in that. I think it's rum based. Part of the preservation of fruitcake, of course, is because it's totally boozy.
Nice.
Why wouldn't it last, right? So you could go totally boozy with it for sure. And then I also think you could, sort of get crazy and go like spicy, peppery Pinot Noir.
What?
I love
Yeah,
that.
offset all the
All right.
sweet fruit.
So let's go from boozy to bougie.
Yes.
What's your favorite Pinot for the season? You
My
have one?
favorite Pinot for the season. The winemaker who was William Sellium, his name is Bob Cabral, has since gone to wine make his own wines. And he's pretty fantastic. He's also blending for 3 Sticks now. And I will tell you, the man has an incredible way
Is
with
he the one that has a
Pinot Noir.
daughter that's also a
I'm sure she
vintner?
will be. She's coming up in the world, but
I
she's
think
still
I've
young.
had this wine. I think I've had it. Yep.
Oh, wow.
And I think he's an immense winemaker. So search Bob Cabral and tell him Chef Jamie sent you.
Jamie, we've got to say goodbye. I have to go to break. I appreciate you being here so
Happy
much.
holidays.
Happy holidays, and
Merry
holidays to
Christmas.
you.
Happy
Merry
Hanukkah.
Christmas.
Santa will be
Happy
very, very
Hanukkah.
good to you.
Yes,
Promise?
yes.
I promise.
We'll
Thank
be
you for
there.
having me.
And thank you so much, Jamie. And again, the website, Chef Jamie Gwen.
ChefJamie.com and at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Chef Jamie Gwen. Fruitcake for all my friends.
There you go. We'll take a little break from some
Fantastic.
traffic with Rhonda
Thank you.
Kramer.
Thank you, Dr. Drew.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome back. We are having a very special event here at the Subaru Live stage today with Lauren Sivan and Dr. Drew on Midday Live. If it seems like there's a lot going on, it's because there is a lot going on. We have a live audience here with us. It is our holiday special, and we've had very special guests with us. Santa is still with us, and he is
Santa's still
He is the
here.
one constant because Lauren has handcuffed herself to him, but that's okay. Our next guest, please welcome a philanthropist, businesswoman, restaurateur. You may know her from her hit TV show Vanderpump Rules, where she is also the executive producer and a staple on Bravo Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Today we're here to talk about restaurants this holiday season, of which she has 4 in Los Angeles, including
Wow.
Villa Blanca in Beverly Hills and in West Hollywood, Sewer Pump, and the newest Tom Tom. Welcome, Lisa Vanderpump. Lisa.
Lisa.
Good to see you too.
Happy holidays. Welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Oh, I knew you would be climbing into his sleigh.
She's joined by Puffy Her adorable
Yes.
companion.
He's one of my rescues. I think a lot of people know from watching the show that we started our own rescue centre about a year and a half ago, and we've actually rescued out nearly 800 dogs, so it's been a huge year for us.
I stop at that store
Oh, okay, thank
on my
you.
way home
Hello,
from work at least
everybody.
once a week
Do you
just to check in on the puppies.
Okay.
I mean, you have gorgeous, amazing dogs that are all available for adoption.
And they're all rescues.
And they're beautiful
Either
animals.
owner surrenders, or we've taken them from the kill shelter. We've actually just developed a rooftop deck upstairs.
Oh.
So now they've got their own kind of play park on 3rd Street, which is great.
Where is it exactly?
It's
On
right
3rd
on
Avenue?
3rd Street.
3rd Street in West Hollywood?
It's like La Jolla, Crescent Heights, around there, just that end.
Fantastic. And you have a particular affinity for this breed.
Well, I do like a Pomeranian, but I have 7 dogs at home. I mean, I love all dogs. I've never met a dog I don't like. There are no bad dogs, just bad owners.
Well, but didn't you had a loss recently with one of the dogs about 6 months ago, didn't you?
Yeah, we
I'm
lost
so
2
sorry.
last
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
And
Why are you
I
bringing that up?
Well, because I wanted to say I have not seen her since that. I wanted to say I'm
Last
sorry.
time I saw you, you were singing. He's a very, very good
Oh, yes.
singer.
Oh, yes.
I can't remember where she saw that.
I
But
Probably
that
at
was-
a stadium,
I was hitting
maybe?
the thing
Oh
for the
my
puck for the LA Kings, and you were singing the national anthem.
that's so true.
He's so good. I was
Yeah.
just like, no, you shouldn't go up there and do that. I don't think you got some national anthem. And when he did, my mouth kind of dropped open. I was like, Dr. Drew sings. So it was really great.
Thank you. Lisa was riding the Zamboni.
Yeah.
She
Wow.
was doing the Zamboni
And
during
I
the
was
period.
hitting the puck thing in the. and
Yes,
I got
you did.
them all in. I
Yes,
was
you
like,
did. Get the
who
ball
would've
into the hoop.
thought?
The ball. But I feel like you are basically the unofficial mayor of West Hollywood because of
Oh,
all of
thank
your
you.
businesses there. There's no one in that town that does not know who you are and has not been a customer or a client of yours in some way, if not in love with you from television.
Oh, well, we really kind of have a good relationship with the community. I actually sit on the Chamber of Commerce board, and in Beverly Hills we have a great time there. Villa Blanca's been there a long time, and I think also politically, I mean, they gave me my own day a few years ago.
They
which
did,
was
yeah.
unbelievable. But I think they also realise how supportive we are of our local church and the community. And I was thinking on the way coming here, I actually get goosebumps thinking about it. We have fed the homeless now every Monday for 10 years.
Wow.
And it's
Congratulations.
not, it's just, and I think so many more restaurants should do that because it's not, we don't give them, old food or anything. We make food for them and it has to be soft food, like pasta,
'Cause the
because there's
teeth.
a lot of dental issues and everything. But it's so easy to do. We just bring our staff in like an hour early and we cook it up and we take it to the church. And, last night when it was pouring with rain, I was thinking of all these people that are just, the homeless situation in Los Angeles is a terrible situation. So I'm really proud of Villa Blanca for doing that. I mean, of course, it's us, but I think giving back to the community, and then in turn the community, does support the restaurant, and they do have a feel-good factor about it. And yeah, it's a nice time of year for us as well because I'm very involved with, the entertaining aspect, and there's a lot of festive things that go on in the restaurants. And
If you have
it's
not
great.
been to Lisa's restaurants,
Oh, my goodness.
you have an obligation. I oblige you. I commit you all
Thank
to
you.
visiting. I feel bad I've not made it to Tom Tom yet, but I will be there, I promise.
I'll take ya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. The design is kind of something so unusual, and it's been very well received. But it's more of a cocktail bar with kind of bar food.
Gastropub kind of thing?
Not quite, but it's a very sexy kind of like very decadent cocktails, and then we have a lot of vegetarian stuff as well. But
I'm just, my mouth
sharing
is watering right now.
I know. These two, you and your husband, they know what they're doing when it comes to making
mean,
restaurants work.
Yeah,
You've
it's
had
one of the
35.
toughest
I should know
businesses
what we're doing by now.
around. I don't know how you have so many successful ones because it's
they know what they're
probably the
doing.
hardest business.
They
Yeah,
just
it
know
is.
what
Is there
they're
a
doing.
secret?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think you've got to be passionate about it. And certainly Tom Tom was a new concept. And then Pump, you always go to Pump. Thank you for
Yes.
supporting Pump. Pump's like walking into an old olive garden. I used to live in south of France for years. So when you walk into Pump, I think you feel like you're transported somewhere else. Also, we do, as I say, having these kind of anchors around the city that really gives us a lot of, it's a great platform for doing a lot of philanthropy.
Yeah, I want to talk more about the homeless thing with you after the break. But your husband, back to this transported phenomenon. Your husband brought the olive trees in from way upstate. I mean, how you knew to do that and that it would work. To me, that was
stunning.
Fantastic.
Well, most people kind of change, a garden into a car park. We changed a car park into a garden. So.
Think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to know what you're doing to be able to do that.
9 trees, but they were 100 years old. And so when you walk into Pump, you kind of feel like you're transported, to somewhere in Europe. And I think one of the main important things for me as a restaurateur is, of course, the food. It's got to be consistent, it's got to be great, but it's about the ambiance as well.
Yep, the whole experience.
Yeah.
I'm going to interrupt you. I got a lot more to talk to you about. Santa, sit tight, man. I know you need to eat before you head on that sleigh. So, I mean, you got. I see your mouth watering there. Is Lisa Vanderpump, of course, with us? Is there a website you would like to refer people to, or just call the restaurants?
Villa Blanca or Pump or Tom Tom they will have their own websites.
We're going to take a little break for some news with Liz Warner. Welcome back to the Subaru Live Stage. We are having our holiday festival, let's call it what it is. We are joined by Santa. Thank you, Santa, for being here and for all your great work. We appreciate it. Lauren Sivan, of course, Midday Live. And we've got Lisa Vanderpump, philanthropist, businesswoman, restaurateur. You, of course, know her from Vanderpump Rules, executive producing that show. Bravo, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and we're talking about her restaurants, which include Villa Blanca and Beverly Hills, and of course the 3 in West Hollywood, Sur Pump, and the newest, which is Tom Tom, which I have been delinquent in getting to, and I assure you I will be there.
Actually, I forgot to mention, we just announced that we're opening in Vegas at season.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yes, so the Vanderpumps are going there.
So you got to invite all 3 of us, including
right.
Santa, to the opening. We'll be there. We'll come out.
Oh,
of course we will.
Absolutely.
It's opening pretty soon, actually. So I think like March, April. So
Which
Caesar's
brand?
Caesar's
Which
Palace.
of your restaurants?
It's just going to be called Vanderpump.
Oh, it
so
is?
It's going to be kind of encompassing everything.
Is it going to be in the mall or is it in the restaurant?
That's where you want to be.
It's just
Caesars.
like at the end of the mall, like
where the Palms used to be, that area?
near there.
Yeah.
Right near. Palm's still there.
I think so. I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought maybe
Yeah.
I said it that way because I thought maybe they're filling in the Palms. I don't know.
I know Bruce Posey. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, that's exciting. And Tom Tom's been really kind of wonderful to bring it to fruition. And we do that on Vanderpump Rules this season. So as you watch, it's quite interesting to see the development. Also puts quite a lot of pressure on you when you're trying to film the show and kind of open the restaurant at the same time. But it actually was great experience.
How do you like radio? It's different, isn't it?
I like it if I could kind of stay home in bed and not put any makeup on.
That is the
Well,
beauty.
you come in your pajamas. Look at me like I got hobo.
But then I was going to do that, but then they said they're filming it, so I thought, oh no.
Fair enough. We have someone from our audience that has a question for you. This is Christine.
Hi, Lisa. I'm right here.
Where are you?
Right in front of
Right
you.
here.
Right there.
That one.
Hi. I'm so excited to see you because I really respected your work. And I wanted to ask you, where can we see your Yulin Festival documentary that you did? I love Animal Hope and Wellness. And I'm a big advocate of their work and going into Yulin and saving the animals from the slaughter. And when I saw your video on Beverly Hills,
Gosh, you give me goosebumps.
I really wanted to know where I
If
can
you
see
go
that.
onto my Instagram, I think there's a link to it, and it's on Amazon, so you can download it. And I will say that it was very hard as a producer to make that documentary, to put in enough to really show what was going on in China. We've actually since opened our own
Explain to people what it
sanctuary.
is, people that don't really know. Give it
Well,
the
the
whole
Yulin
art.
Dog Meat Festival is something that happens, and thank you for this question because it does, to provoke a response and to talk about it. But it's a festival they have every year at the summer solstice, but it's also about the torture of the dogs. So they believe in torturing these poor animals, and the barbaric treatment, it's absolutely atrocious. And in fact, that was really what provoked us to start our own 501c3, the Vanderpump Dog Foundation. So I was on social media, this was about 3 years ago, and I saw this awful barbaric pictures. I mean, pictures like you could not believe of dogs being skinned alive, thrown into pots. I mean, awful. And in fact, I'm really proud to say that this movie that we made, the documentary, it's only my partner, Dr. John Sess, and my daughter Pandora Ken and I that really do everything. And we've just opened this sanctuary in China where we've pulled dogs from the meat truck, and we've got a sanctuary there. it was just so horrific. And I said to Ken, we've got to try and do everything we can to stop it. And Bravo have been very supportive in following the journey of our fight against the dog meat trade. And thankfully, Congressman Alcee Hastings, wonderful man, joined forces with us, and we've just managed to pass Resolution 401, which is America condemning the dog meat trade all over the world, which is huge. But yes, if you go onto Amazon, you can see it, and it does come with a warning, and you do see me saying, please don't look away, because I think it was through this kind of platform I've had, we've managed to really stimulate conversation. And suddenly now we're seeing change. We're seeing change. South Korea is shutting down dog meat slaughterhouses, Taiwan, and I think there's a lot more activism on the ground in China that we've garnered. And it's apparently something like 75% of the Chinese people are actually against this. So it's not like this Yulin Meat Festival is an old tradition. It's only been in existence for a few years, but now we've got to stop it.
Yeah.
And so I've been shouting it.
Where do we see the documentary?
It's on Amazon, but if you go to me on Instagram as well, you can download.
What's your Instagram tag?
Lisa Vanderpump, I don't know.
At Lisa Vanderpump. All right, we have to take yet another break here. Of course, we've got Santa, Lisa Vanderpump. It is our festive holiday event here at the Subaru Live Stage. KBC.com is where you can find out more details about what we're up to here. I believe, are we streaming it now? Is that what all these cameras are? Well, so you can see us if you go to KBC.com. And we have more audience questions when we return. It's Lauren Sivan, Dr. Drew. It's Midday Live on Talk Radio 790 KBC.
Sorry,
Lawrence Vaughn, Dr. Drew. It is Midday Live at Talk Radio 790 KBC. That is Santa in the background.
Thank you for that.
And what did he do to you?
Song.
Thank you for that.
There you go.
Oh, for the Hanukkah song, yes.
Yeah.
The dreidel song. I only hear that song on South Park. The only time I ever hear. So,
You're a terrible Jew.
I know. No, not that I don't know it. I just never hear it except on South Park. Of course, we're here at the Subaru Live Stage. We're having our big holiday event. Santa has kindly joined us and stayed with us, and he has been for some reason he's taken a particular interest in Culver City, and he's come down with the local police force, and he walks through. What day is the event on the streets?
Well, it starts on Monday the 10th, and the tree lighting ceremony will be Wednesday. It's been postponed from tonight because of the inclement weather in the Downtown Business Association, downtown. But the one tomorrow night at Vets Auditorium, they're lighting up the tree, and that's put on by the Parks and Recreation. That'll be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So
And you'll be there?
I'll be around there. Yeah, absolutely. I'm in various places every day.
He's busy this time of
busy.
year.
Yeah, but
He's
it's,
got
I
stuff to
was
do.
suspicious he was like a time space traveler. You
I
hear what he
have.
said? He's in various places
Various
simultaneously.
places, yes.
This
Wherever
guy's-
needed.
He's a
I gotta tell
physicist.
ya.
I knew that about Santa. Of course, Lisa Vanderpump is here with us, philanthropist, restaurateur, businesswoman. Let's list the restaurants again. In Beverly Hills is Villa Blanca. In West Hollywood, Surapump. And the newest is Tom Tom. And we had a question from our audience. Gary has a question for Lisa.
Yeah, Gary from Orange County.
Hello.
If I was to fight the battle of the 405 and come into one of your restaurants, how likely is it for me to see you in person and have you buy me a drink?
Oh, hold on a second. I thought you were going to come buy me a drink.
Then you will see her, by the way.
Well,
I've done that.
Yes,
I've done that.
Actually, every time I see Dr. Drew, I invite him to my table, and we actually sit there till the early hours sometimes.
Yes,
don't
we do. It's so, and I'm so grateful for that. It's so much fun. I particularly like talking to Ken. I got to
I'm
tell
very
you.
hands-on, so I'm in all my restaurants. I mean, I hop around. I'm anywhere at any given time, but I'm pretty much in my restaurants 5 days a week, and I really enjoy it. And I'm very, I've created the menu and the design, so I like to actually see what's going on, at all times. But thank you, yeah.
I can vouch for that. I have just shown up, and she's sitting in the restaurants at a table next to us, just enjoying.
And also, the best thing
enjoying
is,
her
and I
own-
shouldn't put it out there, but because otherwise I'll be inundated. But because we have a patio in every restaurant, we're allowed to bring dogs. So
No, I know.
which
I've
is
never-
great.
I've
So
never
not that
seen
I want
you-
every dog in LA to shop.
But I've never seen you without a doggy there, so it's been very fun.
Without a husband sometimes.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Never without a dog.
They're much easier to do without, trust me.
Well, after 36 years of marriage, this guy's so much easier.
That is an
Congratulations.
awfully well-behaved pup.
Well,
I mean,
yes, he
that's
has
incredible.
his moments, but I think he had a history, and he's got 1.5 ears, so I don't know what happened. He's got chronic alopecia, but
Aw.
he's a lovely little boy, and they're all, deserve a second chance. So he was known as Surrender. I got him from the pound before I opened my own rescue
Wow.
centre.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not like our
I'm
dogs.
s-
You're my dogs.
I don't.
Yeah, your
Ours are
dogs.
disgusting.
We'll show you what's on Lauren's phone screensaver. Where
I
that's her
rescue-
dogs. Yes.
They love to have their way with each other
Yes.
in public.
Well,
a
one
lot.
of them
Oh.
is he's sort of a rapist.
I
but-
have one like that.
Yeah.
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 And as soon as I give another dog attention, Snooky jumps up. I think they actually captured it on reality television this year. And he starts shagging me like from the side. I'm like, I let him do it.
That I would
just,
pay to see.
Yeah.
See, Lauren, when you identified your phone when you left it that day at the comedy club in New York, you should have said two dogs shagging. That would have been much.
I left my phone and I had to describe what was on the cover of my phone, and it's two dogs
Oh, God.
having their
Lordy.
way with each other. Yeah.
That's the best moment I've ever experienced with Lauren Sivan. Just
I
standing
tell
on
you one thing that and I'm not promoting this at all but I just got this thing, this Furbo thing, and you put it's really great if you've got a dog, you put it on your counter and you've got an app on your phone and you can give them biscuits and talk to them through the phone.
What's it called? A
It's
Furbo?
a Furbo, Furbo or something, and you put it on your counter. It's a great Christmas gift if you love dogs, because you go on your phone and you go biscuits, biscuits. They run to this thing, and then the biscuit flies out and lands on the floor.
Wow.
It's the best thing ever. I'm
That's
telling you.
amazing, and it's your voice.
Yes, you just talk to them. You're like, come
No,
on.
you're actually on the screen. It's you.
No,
Yes.
yeah, but they can't see me, but they can hear
Ah,
my voice,
got
but
it.
I can see them.
Got it.
Love that. That was great.
I definitely need one of those
I
for
know.
Christmas.
It's a
if
great
anyone's-
Christmas.
So, Lisa, during the
List.
commercial break, we've only got like another minute before I have to take yet another commercial break, but I'll give you a second to begin talking about something I asked you about during the break, which was you've been of service to the homeless for many, many years. This is preoccupying me constantly. I don't understand. You're going to have to answer this after the break, so let me set it up this way, which is I can't go to sleep at night. It bothers
Last
me
night, especially with the rain.
so much, and I know what could be done for these people that are out on the streets. I understand that many of them don't want help. Many of them are addicts. Many of them have chronic mental illness. Many of them, for whatever reason, don't want help. But that's part of the illness. Is they lose their insight. They lose their motivation. And of course, I've treated many, many of these people. When they reconstitute, when they're treated, they look back and go, who let me live like that?
Well, that's
How
what I said
dare
to you.
that?
I see that when they say, I don't want to live, and I'm happy going from bench to bench, and you're saying that's part of the illness.
It's part of the problem. And it's part of the illness. Literally, there's a movie called The Soloist where it explores that. It's with Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr. It explores this phenomenon in a very careful and very even-handed way. But we need to do something. And you've been serving them for many years. I want to talk about what maybe you, having come from another culture, another country, have you seen any insights that what we can all do perhaps to help with this chronic problem, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to be right back. It's Lauren Sivan, Dr. Drew. We are joined by Lisa Vanderpump and Santa. We're having our big holiday festival at the Subaru Live stage. This is Midday Live on Talk Radio 790 KBC.
So we're all in this together, as I say, right?
We are back. We're back with Santa. We're back with the great Lisa Vanderpump, philanthropist, businesswoman, restaurateur. I cannot say strongly enough or give my recommendation strongly enough, well, of course, to Santa, but to Lisa's restaurants. Whenever my wife and I head west, we just go, we're going to go to Pomp. I mean, that's where we hang out. And we'll see Lisa and we'll see Ken. And Sir, of course, been there 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And I've been delinquent in getting to Tom Tom, but I will be there.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
Villa Blanca, too. Are you a Villa Blanca virgin?
I am a virgin because I don't.
Oh.
That's way west. I'm in
Right,
Pasadena.
right.
You know what I
Okay,
mean? I
right.
can make it to West Hollywood, but it's
Beverly
hard.
Hills.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm there sometimes, but I promise you, if I'm looking for a place to go
Okay,
dinner, I
well,
will
let
go
me
there.
know.
Where
Call
is
me.
Villa Blanca? What
Well,
street?
it's just on Camden and Brighton.
So it's right there.
Yeah.
Good, I got it.
Yeah.
Boy, I think I've had lunch there. Oh, I know exactly where it is. I've eaten lunch there.
Oh,
I'm not a
Lordy.
virgin. I'm not a virgin. But again, let me reinforce to everybody. Lisa knows what she's doing. She and her husband create just an unbelievable environment, and I've never had a bad meal in any of your restaurants,
Oh, thank
which is
you.
weird.
Or a bad time.
Or a bad time.
They are
Okay,
fun.
yeah, or a bad cocktail.
Never.
Or a bad cocktail. Yes,
They're
I get
potent, though.
If you want to see me wasted, I'll be at Lisa's restaurants.
Well, we keep those secrets very quiet.
Well, it's only when I go out with Lauren, to be fair. So,
Well,
all right.
the holidays, it's a time to get a little wasted.
But well, that's why I want to go to Tom Tom. I want to see what that's all about.
Yep.
And Lauren was saying we got to go,
Well,
go.
let
So
me
we'll be
know.
there.
Let me know, so I'll see you there.
We will be there.
Yeah.
But before we get again, there's another 2 minutes before we have to go again. But homeless.
Yes.
Thoughts.
Well, it's just so depressing because there's something like 40,000 homeless.
That's
is
just
it,
LA.
In LA. And I spend a lot of my time downtown, and I find it incredulous. I'm incredulous that I look at this situation and you see all these people in tents, and it's just like, but I don't think it is insurmountable. One thing I was shocked about when I used to serve the food, actually, because we always deliver it. Sometimes too busy as Monday's my only day off, but we always take the food. When I serve it, they always used to say, can you use the person's name? Because that might be the only time this week somebody's used their name. And I'm suddenly thinking, why don't they, when they have all these church gatherings, maybe have some kind of counselling session as well?
They
where they
try.
actually talk to people.
They try.
Well, it's because a lot of people, they don't have anybody to talk to.
Yes.
And their life has lost direction. And once you're there, I'm an LGBT advocate as well. 40% of the homeless youth are often LGBT, we were talking about, because they're thrown out on the street.
Yeah.
Can I just say one more thing?
In
Culver
10
City Police Department has such a person that rides along with the officers to help with the mental issues of people who are on the street. So they have
Is that the
program.
doctor we were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I came out here to help out with something, and lo and behold, there was a guy I went to medical school with, suited up as a cop, and I was like, woof, they
Right.
deputize doctors is a
Yeah.
great idea. Maybe LA should want to do
Love
some of
knowing
that.
a cop.
Lisa, we cannot thank you enough. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
So much.
Everybody head to
And come see me. Yeah,
Pump,
come see me at the restaurant.
Just go visit her at Pump. You'll have
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time of your life. I guarantee it. Thank you to all of you here who showed
Thank
up
you
today
guys
for this
for
holiday
showing
event.
up.
Enjoy Doghouse hot dogs. They're coming up in just mere moments. I know
And
you
if
guys
you
are
need a
hungry.
puppy, please rescue. There's so many
Please
dogs
rescue.
waiting to be
And
rescued.
of course, the show will continue, so do not
Am
turn
I
your
being kicked
channel.
off?
It's Lauren Sivan, Dr. It's Midday Live.
You
We're
can
talking
hang out
radio
all day.
790 KBC. Time for little news with Liz Warren.